Have you ever heard something so crazy that you had to Google it just to be sure? Well, get ready, because today, we're diving into 35 mind-blowing facts that sound too wild to be real. From space mysteries to bizarre animal abilities, these facts will change how you see the world. Stick around till the end, because the last one will leave you completely speechless. Bananas are berries, but strawberries aren't. Botanically speaking, bananas meet all the criteria of a berry, while strawberries do not. A true berry must have seeds inside and develop from a single ovary of a flower. Strawberries, however, develop from multiple ovaries, making them an aggregate fruit. A day on Venus is longer than a year. Venus takes 243 Earth days to rotate once on its axis, but it only takes 225 Earth days to complete an orbit around the Sun. This means a single day on Venus lasts longer than its entire year. If you lived there, you'd see the sun rise and set only twice in your lifetime. The Eiffel Tower grows in the summer. When exposed to heat, the iron in the Eiffel Tower expands, making it grow by up to 6 inches, 15 centimeters. In winter, it shrinks back due to cold temperatures. This happens because metal expands when heated and contracts when cooled. Honey never spoils. Archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old and still perfectly edible. Honey's low moisture content and acidic nature prevent bacteria from growing. It's the only food that can last forever. Octopuses have 3 hearts and blue blood. 2 hearts pump blood to the gills, while the third pumps it to the rest of the body. When an octopus swims, the heart that supplies the body actually stops beating. Their blood is blue because it contains hemocyanin, a copper-based molecule that helps transport oxygen. There's a lake in Australia that's bright pink. Lake Hillier in Australia has naturally pink water, and scientists still aren't entirely sure why. The color is believed to be due to a combination of salt, algae, and bacteria. Unlike other pink lakes, its water remains pink even when taken out in a bottle. You can hear space, sort of. Space is a vacuum, so sound waves can't travel like they do on Earth. However, NASA has recorded sounds of space using radio waves from planets and stars, converting them into audible frequencies. The result? Eerie, otherworldly noises that sound straight out of a sci-fi movie. The human body glows in the dark. Humans naturally emit a very faint bioluminescent glow, but it's 1,000 times weaker than the human eye can detect. This glow is due to chemical reactions in our cells that release tiny amounts of light. Scientists have captured this glow using ultra-sensitive cameras. A cloud can weigh over 1,000,000 pounds. Even though clouds look light and fluffy, they are made of tiny water droplets that add up in weight. A single cumulus cloud can weigh over 1,000,000 pounds, 450,000 kilograms. The reason they float, the air below is denser, keeping them suspended. Water can boil and freeze at the same time. This phenomenon is called the triple point, where temperature and pressure are just right for water to exist as a solid, liquid, and gas simultaneously. Scientists can recreate this in controlled environments like labs. It's a mind-bending demonstration of physics in action. Sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins. Sloths can slow their heart rate to an extreme degree, allowing them to hold their breath for up to 40 minutes underwater. Dolphins, in contrast, typically surface every 10 to 15 minutes for air. This adaptation helps sloths avoid predators while swimming. Scotland has more than 400 words for snow. The Scottish language is incredibly descriptive when it comes to snow. Some examples include sneasel, to begin to rain or snow, skelf, a large snowflake, and fiefel, swirling snow. This vast vocabulary reflects Scotland's deep connection to its wintry climate. A shrimp's heart is in its head. A shrimp's heart is located near its brain, right behind its head. This is because its head and thorax are fused into one section called the cephalothorax. Talk about thinking with your heart. You can't burp in space. On Earth, gravity helps separate food and gas in your stomach, allowing burps to happen. In zero gravity, everything mixes together, so trying to burp might result in a wet burp, where food comes up too. Astronauts have to be careful with what they eat to avoid this. A blue whale's heart is the size of a small car. A blue whale's heart can weigh over 400 pounds, 180 kilograms. and is roughly the size of a small car. It beats so powerfully that it can be heard from over 2 miles away underwater. Each heartbeat pumps nearly 60 gallons, 230 liters, of blood through its massive body. The shortest war in history lasted only 38 to 45 minutes. The Anglo-Zanzibar War of 1896 holds the record for the shortest war ever. It was fought between the British Empire and the Sultanate of Zanzibar, lasting between 38 and 45 minutes. The British forces quickly overpowered the Sultan's army, ending the conflict almost immediately. Wombat poop is cube-shaped. Wombats are the only known animals that produce cube-shaped poop. Scientists believe this helps the poop stay in place and not roll away, marking their territory more effectively. The shape comes from varying elasticity in their intestines during digestion. There's a species of jellyfish that can live forever. The Turritopsis dohrnii jellyfish has a unique ability to revert its cells back to their earliest stage after reaching adulthood. This process, called transdifferentiation, allows it to essentially start its life cycle over again. Scientists are studying this jellyfish to understand aging and longevity. A piece of space junk crashes into Earth every day. Earth is constantly being bombarded by tiny pieces of space debris, but most of it burns up in the atmosphere. However, larger chunks, like old satellites or rocket parts, can sometimes survive and crash into remote areas. Fortunately, no one has ever been seriously injured by falling space junk. The human nose can detect over 1 trillion smells. For a long time, scientists believed humans could only detect around 10,000 scents. Recent research, however, shows that the human nose is far more powerful and capable of distinguishing over 1 trillion different smells. Our sense of smell is even more sensitive than we realize. Hot water freezes faster than cold water. This counterintuitive phenomenon is called the Mpemba effect. Scientists believe it happens because of differences in evaporation, convection currents, and hydrogen bonding. While not always consistent, under the right conditions, hot water can freeze faster than cold. The largest living organism is a fungus. There's enough gold in Earth's core to coat the entire planet. A human could theoretically survive 2 minutes in space without a suit. While space is incredibly dangerous, a person wouldn't instantly freeze or explode without a spacesuit. The main danger is lack of oxygen, which would cause unconsciousness within 15 seconds, but you'd likely survive for about 2 minutes before suffocating. However, you'd suffer severe swelling, radiation exposure, and decompression, so don't try it. There's a town in Norway where the sun doesn't set for 2 months. In the town of Tromsø, Norway, the sun remains above the horizon for about 2 months straight in summer. This phenomenon, known as the midnight sun, happens because of the Earth's tilt. In winter, Tromsø experiences the opposite, 2 months of darkness, called polar night. The speed of a sneeze can reach 100 mph. In 1887, a rancher in Montana reported finding a snowflake measuring 15 inches, 38 centimeters, across. While it sounds unbelievable, it was officially recorded in the Guinness Book of World Records. Snowflakes usually form in clusters, making it possible for massive flakes like this to exist. A single bolt of lightning is 5 times hotter than the sun. Lightning can reach temperatures of around 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit, 27,760 degrees Celsius, while the surface of the sun is about 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit, 5,500 degrees Celsius. This extreme heat causes the rapid expansion of air, creating the loud clap of thunder. Despite its power, lightning lasts only a few microseconds. Koalas have fingerprints almost identical to humans. Koala fingerprints are so similar to human ones that even forensic experts struggle to tell them apart. This is due to their need for dexterity when gripping eucalyptus branches. If a koala ever committed a crime, they could leave behind misleading evidence. You're more likely to be killed by a vending machine than a shark. On average, vending machines kill about 2 to 3 people per year. While sharks kill fewer than 1 person annually in the US, most vending machine deaths happen when people try to shake or tip over the machine to retrieve a stuck item. The lesson: be patient with your snacks. An astronaut's height increases in space. In microgravity, an astronaut's spine expands, making them grow up to 2 inches, 5 centimeters, taller. If you ever wanted to be taller, space might be your best bet. Some turtles can breathe through their butts. Certain species of turtles, like the Australian Fitzroy River turtle, can absorb oxygen through their cloaca, a multi-purpose opening used for excretion and reproduction. This allows them to stay underwater for extended periods. Scientists call this process cloacal respiration. The letter E is the most common letter in the English language. About 11% of all English words contain the letter E, making it the most frequently used letter. The second most common letter is T, followed by A. Writers who try to avoid using E find it extremely difficult. A giraffe's tongue is so long, it can lick its own ear. Giraffes have tongues that can grow up to 20 inches, 50 centimeters, long. Their tongues are also dark purple to help prevent sunburn while they eat leaves all day. With such a long tongue, they can easily clean their ears or even their eyes. The moon is slowly drifting away from Earth. The moon moves about 1.5 inches, 3.8 centimeters, away from Earth every year due to gravitational interactions. This means that millions of years in the future, lunar eclipses will no longer be visible from Earth. Don't worry, it won't float away anytime soon. Mind blown yet? Which fact surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you love crazy facts like these, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more jaw-dropping content. See you in the next one.